Hey there, Popcorn Squad. I am your boy, Juan.
And I'm Christian.
And yes, last time that we watched this show, we were a little confused, right, Christian? There was a little mishap in the name. There was a little...
Yes, there clearly was.
There was a couple
Somebody
things.
lied to us, or at least somebody lied to me. Somebody told me that the episode name was called Rest in Peace Cap.
Yeah.
It's obviously not. It was called New World Order.
World
So
Order.
what's today's episode called, Juan?
This one is called I forgot, what was it?
The Star Spangled Man.
Yeah, I knew that. I just didn't want to get
It's
it wrong.
because in Spanish,
I have it in Spanish because my mom gets on this, and it's called The Patriot in Spanish. El Patriota.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, I guess that's what it is. I thought maybe that it was a weird translation for U.S. agent, so I was like, let's double check this.
Let's just look it up
and
in
let's
English.
not just look like complete buffoons.
And it's the Star Spangled Man.
Yes.
So, just to get that out of the way, we totally did mess up last time, and we're sorry. Please go ahead and go on the
Actually
comments.
apologize.
Yeah, like
We're sorry.
We're totally sorry. So go ahead and put in the comments and tell us whatever you want. We love to learn from you guys.
We do.
Obviously, you guys know a lot more about this stuff than I do. So, and I mean,
Definitely than I do.
And
I know I've
sometimes
said
more
before,
Christian, yeah.
I'm a DC comic reader, active DC comic reader, and I don't read as many Marvel comics, but I do have Marvel Unlimited. I am diving in. I dove into a lot of the WandaVision comics, and I'm trying my best to read some of these comics. And I know some of you guys said that Torres, the guy who got beat up by the...
Oh yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah, they mentioned that he was the next Falcon, or he becomes the Falcon. He's the successor of...
When Falcon turns into Cap, right?
Yes, that's what I read on the comments. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that, and I'm excited to read that in the actual comics itself. So
yes, so
drop
please
some
keep
info.
commenting. Please keep teaching us. We love to hear from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, pop your popcorn, grab your Mountain Dew or whatever that is,
Coke Zero,
and let's go ahead and press play in 3, 2, 1.
Your new Captain America.
Dude,
U.S. agent.
oh my god.
I think they said his name is John Walker.
I don't know who that is, but he looks like Casey Neistat to me, dude.
He looks like the dollar store version of Captain America.
Not even that to me. He doesn't even look like Captain America at all. He looks like a cosplayer.
He's definitely like when
He
you
looks like
buy
Casey
when you
Neistat
buy the
cosplay.
costume online, what it should look like, and then what it actually looks like when it
Dude,
arrives.
somebody sent me a picture and they said that he looked like the guy from Up. It's Captain America. Put that picture somewhere around here. I'll send it to you. Dude, it's hilarious. It's just the guy from Up. With the helmet. But dude, he straight up looks
Carl
like...
from Up.
Yeah, dude.
That's him right there.
Dude, he looks like Casey Neistat.
I've been a captain before, obviously, but this is different. This is...
It's very different.
You're Captain America now.
Everybody
It's not the same kind of captain.
expect...
He's like, everybody expects me to like pick up Thor's hammer and defeat Thanos.
It is honestly like a huge responsibility.
Is a massive shoes to fill.
Be yourself.
Don't be yourself, in
I
fact.
love you.
Be Steve Rogers. They're not gonna love you.
Fuck.
Oh no.
He seems like a nice guy there, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
seems
But
like
he's
a
probably
really
not.
nice
U.S.
guy.
agent, from my understanding, is a bad guy. Is this like a small town game? I thought from the trailer when I saw this moment,
like a huge-
it looked like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Fun though, coming back to your high school after so much has changed.
Oh, it's his high school, obviously. Duh.
Oh, that's why he was there.
That's why he
Like
was
you were
there,
saying,
and
I
he
used
reliving
to
the
be a
glory days.
captain,
Duh, yeah,
whatever.
that makes sense.
I liked that what I was doing would make people feel safe. Steve
He seems
Rogers
like a nice guy, man.
Do that.
He does.
Feels like a brother.
Ooh, that probably hurts. To Bucky.
Who was like an actual brother?
Yeah, literally. They gotta go take this guy down.
Seems like a good guy. You met him?
But it's like,
Shouldn't have given up the shield.
Good to see you too, Buck.
He's pissed.
Working. All right. So what do you want me to do? Call America and tell them I changed my mind? Huh? Yeah, right. So I have a feeling they might be a part of the big three.
Big three.
What big three?
The big three.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
That's not definitely. No, it's
So there's
not.
wizards.
Every time we fight one of the three.
So who are you fighting now?
Wizards.
Gandalf?
Well,
How do you know about Gandalf?
Doctor Strange.
I read The Hobbit.
Yeah.
In 1937, when it first came out. So you see my point? No, I
When it first came out.
Doctor Strange.
don't. Is a sorcerer.
A sorcerer is a wizard without a hat,
Ah, that's good.
right?
I hope this just turns out to be like a buddy cop show. I think that's what it was advertised as. I want it to be. Like they're just bickering at each other
Yeah,
nonstop,
for sure.
like
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. And that was a great.
The
funny movie.
stare down.
Like they don't want to fall asleep or what?
Like they're just upset. Like they just don't want to be next to each other.
Sure about that?
Is he really just gonna jump out? I mean, he's a Winter Soldier. He's like Cap. Cap did it in the Winter Soldier, like no problem. They were like, "Did he have a parachute?" And they're like, "No, he didn't." And in this one, he's like, "Oh." Well, it's ground, not ocean.
All of that on camera. You know that, right?
Oh god.
Red Wing.
There's two people.
You only see two?
That's what I saw.
Let me see what Red Wing sees. Let me see. Let's see what Red Wing.
5.
Oh, look at that. How many people you see now? 1, 2. Oh, here comes again. 4. Yeah, 5.
Fine.
Yeah.
He's counting.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow.
Oh, this was in the trailer, this fight. Oh, shoot! Ah, he's fast. More of that, please.
Stealing medicine, vaccines.
COVID-19.
I see.
This
I
is
see
Moderna.
Johnson.
Johnson. This one you only need once.
Yeah.
You don't need a booster.
And this one says Pfizer. Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Wow.
I think, yeah.
You okay?
Oh no. Shoot.
Oh,
Bro. Are they
she's the
all
mask?
super powered? Because the last one, like,
Yeah, she
kicked that
jumped.
dude-
Remember? And
oh,
this guy
did you
kicked
hear
him.
that scream? That like scream in the music? That was very reminiscent of the Winter Soldier's theme. I don't think that was for Bucky. I think that was like a callback to like, hey, Winter Soldier. These guys are Winter Soldiers. Normal people don't do that. Oh no, Red Wing.
I've always wanted to do that. He's like, I always wanted to do that.
Oh, she's gonna wreck him, dude. Like, he's not super powered.
It's a good concept. I mean, sorry, that's a good theory you just brought up, though. These might be,
Like pseudo Winter Soldiers.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that survived.
Here we go. Like they have the serum in them.
They have the serum in them.
Yeah. Or like a form of the serum. I wonder if Hydra's gonna make
an appearance?
make an appearance. Yeah.
Looks like you guys could use some help.
Nah, they got it, bro. Bucky's so upset.
Yeah, he's
just
super
like,
pissed, bro.
kidding see, this is the action I'm here for.
Oh my god.
You know, the opening flight in the canyon was great,
yeah,
but
this is better.
This is what I'm here for.
I love how
For soldier sale.
I know. You're welcome, by the way.
Maybe they're not Winter Soldiers,
but they're super.
but they're super soldiers for sure. Yeah, I mean that's confirmed.
The thing I do with my helmet, it's a reinforced helmet. It's a long story, but look,
It's a long story.
Actually, yes, I do, but it's just
20 miles to the airport.
get in.
They really don't want to get in. Immediately cuts. They're just like,
like children, bro.
yeah.
Reactivating citizenship, social security, healthcare, basically just managing resources for the refugees who are displaced by the return.
I really like that they're bringing all of these like social issues into, you know, the mix. Like, what happened to people after the blip?
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. Like, how do they recover? How do they come back? If they had a home and it's sold within the 5 years,
Yeah,
where do they
what?
live now?
Yeah,
like,
I see a guy hanging out of a helicopter in tactical gear. I need a lot more than Lamar Hoskins.
Stop the car!
Did he just call himself Battlestar?
That's his name.
Like, that's his name?
That's why he's like, did you just say your name is Battlestar?
Get the attitude.
Stop the car.
He's done.
I'm done.
He's done.
I'm out. The pacing in this episode is
Faster.
outrageous right now. I love it. I'm really enjoying it. Much faster than the last episode.
Yeah.
I know some people like called us out for saying that, but I really thought it was pretty slow.
Last episode
Aside
was,
from
yes.
the first like 10 minutes or so,
This one is
it was
so
pretty
much
slow. This one's
better, properly paced. And
it's
everything
moving
about
a
it.
lot
It's just-
quicker.
We got a glimpse of how things could be.
Well, yeah, but
know
like
that you're committed.
it wasn't their fault they left
Because after
though.
tomorrow, there's no going back.
After tomorrow, what's happening tomorrow?
Well,
Something big.
next Friday.
One word.
Next Friday, we'll find
One
out.
word.
Unless it happens in this episode.
Oh, you're right.
One world, one people. Oh, it's a world in the palm. I never noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You should meet.
Who is this someone?
Yeah.
Reed Richards. No, I'm just- Mephisto. Immediately go for like the
It's
word. like,
Mephisto.
it's Mephisto.
Just Falcon.
Black.
Oh no, my daddy
It's
told me it's
Black Falcon.
Black Falcon.
Because I'm
just
black and
Falcon.
I'm the Falcon?
Well, technically, I mean,
Because I'm black and I'm the Falcon.
Black kid? I got it, right?
That was so good.
Yeah,
So
we heard whispers. He was on.
let us know in the comments if this Isaiah character is from the comic books, please, because I don't know who this is.
So the U.S. military dropped me behind the line to go deal with him.
It's because there's more of you and me out there.
You and me.
And we need to
He's a Winter Soldier.
I'm gonna talk about it anymore.
A super soldier.
Well, I wonder. Yeah, he's a super soldier. He's not a Winter Soldier. You're right. Hydra hated him.
There's a very interesting introduction though to like Isaiah.
Yeah, I don't know who he is from the comics. Once again, let us know who he is in the comments below if he is from the comics. We would love to know who he is. I'm going to probably look him up after we watch this.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
So you're telling me that there was a black
super soldier,
decades
yeah.
ago and nobody knew about it?
Like a black Captain America, essentially.
Yeah.
Hey, can I see your ID?
I don't have ID. Why?
Whoever told us in the comments that like stuff is not racially motivated, come on.
I am so sorry, Mr. Wilson.
I'm talking about.
Without the goggles.
Totally about race.
Yeah, it's like the Avengers are getting into like the real world.
Guys,
It's so weird, you know, like as somebody who has to respect the law but can totally destroy them all in one
Yeah,
second.
completely. Like right there and then. And he was out doing superhero stuff.
Yeah. Like super important.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
Come on.
We haven't finished our work. Who authorizes?
Captain America?
He's too valuable of an asset. to have tied up, so
Yeah,
we
yep.
gotta do it.
Yep. Yeah, just like right at the start. Yeah.
Got some unfinished
You see this?
This one, yeah.
It's time for the soul gazing exercise.
I like this one, Doc. Thank you. For
I like this one, Doc.
Turn around, face me.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready, Doc.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Sam, face each other.
It's just like a staring contest. Like,
Get close.
let's stare.
You know what? Fine. Here. Oh, you happy now?
All right. Good.
We're locked
That's
in
fine.
now.
It's a little
We're
close.
Very close.
locked
That's what you
in.
wanted, right?
Guys, are you having a
They're
staring
mad dogging
contest?
each other. See who
They're
can.
literally having a
Yeah,
staring
they are.
contest.
Sweet Jesus.
What was rule number 2 again?
Don't hurt anyone.
Goodbye, Doc.
Just letting you know I'm going to break that rule. I just wanted to let you know. That's all.
So yeah, so we're no longer in service.
A word of advice then.
They always have to get.
Stay the hell out of my way.
Bad guy's coming out. There he is. There he is.
Okay, then.
What?
I think this is when we see that guy.
Baron Zemo.
We're gonna go see Zemo.
Oh, that's who they're talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Are you kidding me? All
And
right.
we're back to this.
Yeah, we're back. To
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'm super invested now. Dang
Yeah.
it.
Episode 2 got me way more than episode 1 did.
That
I'll
was
say
good hype.
right
That was
now.
good hype for Zemo. I'm ready for Zemo. Somebody had a really cool theory about Zemo's face because from the comic books, I mean his costume in this show has from the trailers has proven that it looks
Yeah,
a lot
in the
like
trailers,
comics.
it's the one in the comics, yeah.
Yeah, it's very comic accurate. Somebody said that in the show, they think that the reason why he's going to get that mask is to kind of like push the Sam and Bucky's buttons and say like, haha, look, who does this look like? Thanos. Because it's a purple mask with the lines, on it. Yeah, and so they're like, oh yeah, like he might do that like to kind of
Troll
jab
or
at them, to
something.
troll them. Yeah, but I'm thinking like, how does he know what Thanos looks like?
He's been in the cell the whole time.
Exactly. Well, even then, does the rest of the world know what Thanos looks like? Like, I wonder how much of the world knows, because I think we talked about this in WandaVision. We talked about how like
there's so many people that know the entire story.
everything. Yeah, and even in Spider-Man, Homecoming? Is it Homecoming or Far From Home? It's Far From Home where they do they do the what do you call it?
go to Italy.
The eulogy.
Oh yeah.
For like all the superheroes that died. So obviously they know like the people that died. So I'm thinking that's why I asked in the last episode, like, does Sam just not make money? Like, do they not know that he's an Avenger, that he's one of the people that
Yeah.
literally saved the world from Thanos? Like, if they know that Cap, Iron Man, Black Widow, like all these people, if they know that they saved the world from Thanos, why wouldn't they know that like Falcon was a part of that? Why wouldn't they know Winter Soldier's a part of that?
No, but they do know. The thing is, like, actually, somebody in the comments said that in the last episode. It's like they know. It's just that these guys were the ones that were on the opposite side of the team, the ones that didn't want to work with the government. Like Falcon was on Cap's side, and
Yeah,
Cap was on
yeah.
the side of like no government.
Yeah, like he didn't want.
And like the
yeah.
government wants government people. Like the government wants somebody that they can control. That's the one that they can't.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
They want soldiers.
So like it makes sense that they don't want Bucky or Sam
They want
involved
roadies.
at all. They want roadies, yeah. Like they want people that are going to be down. The second thing that I want to know is like, okay, after the blip, right? All these finances, all these things, they changed.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
there was 5 years with no people.
They address it.
Now, the people come back. Obviously, there's a lot of financial issues. People are trying to figure it out, how to do it. Obviously, Sam's family suffered a lot because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we also notice that he actually doesn't live a rich life. He actually lives a very poor life. He drives a 2000 Dodge Ram. How do I know? Because my dad had that exact truck. And he bought it in 2000, and it was the exact same truck. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, this guy has no money, dude, because that's a really old truck.
Well, he made it clear. Like the guy
They're
was
not-
like, "How do you make money?" And they're like, "Well, you mean the guys who saved the world, or you mean the guy sitting across from you asking for a loan?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "That's the same guy. The guy who saved the world is the guy sitting across from you asking for a loan." It's confusing. It really is.
Yeah,
like
but he made it clear, like basically, like I have to do this for free in a sense. And in a sense,
Yeah.
I mean, he might get paid
Goodwill.
a little bit, but it's
A lot of
like,
goodwill.
this is for goodwill.
Yes, a lot of goodwill. Government contracts, though, based on like the operations that he's doing, such as the Big Canyon fight. I would
Yeah.
imagine that was legit.
At least
that
a
was
payment
legal
or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I would
Because he was a
imagine
free
he gets
agent.
paid.
That was what they said right now. It was like, you guys work for the government. We're free agents. We get hired essentially.
Like
to
kind of
do
like hitman,
jobs.
but not hitman. Like legal,
Yeah, legal hitman.
Yeah, right. And even then, like he had jurisdiction. Like at
Yeah.
the end of that fight, because I rewatched the episode actually, like right before we shot this. I rewatched the first episode, and he couldn't go into Libya. There was like a border, and they were like, "Hey, you're heading into Libyan airspace. You can't do that." And he was like, "Let me reroute it." And like he did some cool stuff or whatever, and he ended up like blowing up the helicopter right before he got into their airspace. But I'm thinking
yeah.
like, so he's under restrictions. So he's doing something completely legal and legit
'Cause he's
with the
working
government.
with the
Because he's
government.
what? Yeah, that's his government contracts.
Yeah.
Does he not get enough of those to like? Obviously, he doesn't get enough of those to like
Obviously, yeah, not enough.
make enough money to, fix up the boat
Need
or
it
whatever.
alone. Yeah, that's more than enough information.
So that's why I'm kind of like, man, like this is very real world. This is throwing the Avengers into a economic situation that would be pretty realistic in the sense like, oh, there was 5 years where people didn't exist.
It's true. Like the question you brought up earlier was like, what if someone just bought that house that you lived in?
Yeah,
5 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's like, what do you do? It's like, well, how does that fix? How does that fix? Like,
seriously, they slightly addressed it in Far From Home.
Yeah, but slightly, like
slightly,
super, like,
because
whatever.
I think they said Aunt May was doing a charity event for people who came back from the blip and like their life was completely erased because somebody else pretty much bought into like everything that they owned.
Yeah.
You know, like she was like, when I blipped back into my apartment and somebody else was living there, you know?
That's why.
Which makes complete sense.
It makes a lot of sense that would happen.
And I loved that they showed that in what do you call it? In WandaVision.
Yeah.
In that episode 4, that intro, that cold open, man, that was a brutal opening. I love that. I wonder if they're going to show some of that in this show.
They probably will show a little bit.
Obviously,
maybe,
Zemo
like a tad.
is still locked up, so he didn't blip.
Yeah, he didn't blip. But Zemo is interesting just to see in general the way that they're like approaching him.
Yeah.
They really added like, I guess we're going to have to go see Zemo.
Like he's a very big bad guy.
And he probably will be.
Which he was in Civil War. Obviously, he was the main antagonist in Civil War. I mean, you had Cap and Iron Man up against each other, right? But like they were both protagonists just disagreeing. Then you had an antagonist, kind of like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
You had the two protagonists fighting, but then you had an antagonist, which was Lex Luthor. It's the same thing. They're basically the same story.
Yeah, I mean,
one of them was Martha, one of them was Bucky.
His main thing was always Bucky. Like that was the thing.
Yeah.
His secret weapon. And then once he said like, oh yeah, dude, this guy killed your parents. It was over.
Yeah.
Like it was over.
Completely
right
over.
then and there. And it's like, I'm scared because obviously we do know he's going to get out.
Yeah, we know he's going to get out. We know he's going to be a
Without a
bad
doubt.
guy, and he's going to somehow probably affiliate himself with the Flag Smashers. Maybe he already is affiliated with them.
Maybe he's
I
their
don't know.
inspiration.
This is pure speculation. I have no idea where
At
the
this
show's
point,
going.
these are theories.
Yeah, I have no idea where the show's going.
None
What
of
do you
this-
think about John Walker?
I don't know. I mean, they really did their best to make him like look to be like a great guy,
Like likable.
like a super nice dude.
I liked him.
right? Like you kind of feel bad for not liking him, you know, because you're like, I don't like you, but
A
it's
little
like,
bit of empathy. Yeah.
you're a nice guy though.
Yeah.
And then there was that moment, just like you said, that you were like, that's his bad side. He did kind of let out. I was like, well, get out of my way.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And he did it walking away with the shield.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, all right, he's wearing that thing with pride, and he's telling him to get out of his way. He tried his best to like get him on his side, but it almost seems like he was like buttering him up, like being a goody two shoes, so that they could trust him. But now that he's like, I'm not getting to these guys. There's no way that I'm gonna break them and get them on my side. He's just like, all right, let's do this the hard way.
Yeah, basically.
You know,
it was in essence, it was. I mean, it's because he said he was like a coach in high school or whatever. Or I mean, captain. And like, it totally makes sense that is. I mean, the entire episode, that's what he was acting like. He was acting like the captain from high school that was like, hey, come on, guys, hop on in. Hey, come on, hop on. Come on, we got this. Just us, just together.
Friendly.
And then just trying to get him. And then when they don't, when they're
Big
just like,
recruiter.
nah, we're not going to do it, he's like, well, then just don't mess with me.
Yeah.
Like, leave us alone.
Yeah.
But that's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that makes him evil just yet. Like, I don't want to jump to that conclusion.
Yeah.
But like, I just...
I mean, I know in the comics he's not a good guy. If anything, from my understanding, he's a murdering psychopath.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what somebody said in the comments, and I looked into it just a bit. And there's some iterations, I think, where like he's just kind of rogue, and there's others where he's like, all right, like he's just straight up like psycho. Like he's a
Okay.
freaking murderer, like brutal. Like, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, he might become that. I don't know. I don't know where this character's going. I'm interested to see, because just like WandaVision, you had a kind of like a government bad guy, and then you had the magic bad guy.
Yeah.
And in this show, you might have like the government bad guy, which is, you know, John Walker, and then you might have your like just typical like big bad, which is Zemo. You know, and they have completely separate like motivations, and they're completely separate like
They might even be separate
storylines.
entities.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have nothing to do with each other. Maybe they'll intertwine, maybe they won't. I don't know. There's only 4 episodes left of this show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're gonna get a lot done in the next 4 episodes. They
So
have
this one
to.
only has 6 episodes.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, each episode's much longer than WandaVision. WandaVision was like, some of them were like what, 20 something minutes. The first couple of
The first couple,
episodes
but the rest were like 30, 40.
30, 40. Yeah.
This one was like 40.
Yeah, each one is about 40 minutes of actual, 43 minutes of actual story that we got. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we still have like almost nearly 4 hours, somewhere around 3 hours of story left. You can get a lot accomplished in that.
Yeah. I mean, I totally will say for sure more invested, like way more invested in this
After
episode.
this episode.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to know what happens now. For me, what I know for a fact is that I just wasn't as invested in Falcon or Winter Soldier. I was heavily invested in Steve Rogers as Captain America.
Yes.
I loved him. I loved every piece of him. He's like literally super campy, but also the ideal like American man that you want to be, you know? But
He's the Star-Spangled Man with the plan.
It's perfect. It's beautiful, you know? And like, I don't know. But I just didn't care much about these guys. I didn't. I'm going to be real. I didn't care about them at all. So when I heard about this show, I was like, maybe they will make me care about them.
Yeah.
But when I saw the first episode, I came with that attitude. Like, I was like, I don't really care about these guys. But this episode changed my mind. I care about them now. Like, I want to know so much more about them. I heavily do. Like, a lot. Like, honestly, guys in the comments, flood it.
Yes,
Let
please.
me know everything about them.
We would love to know as much as possible about these characters. Like I had said before,
I really do.
I'm getting ready to dive into some of the comic books of these characters. I'm
Yeah.
going to look up like 10 best comics to watch for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Or if you guys have any suggestions that I should read in Marvel Unlimited, make sure they're in Marvel Unlimited. I don't want to go out and try and like buy physical books, and some of them
Copies.
might be expensive. But if they're on Marvel Unlimited, I'm super down to read them. I was really invested in the WandaVision stuff. I got really into the WandaVision comics. I would love to get into these comics. So please let us know in the comments below if there are any comments that tie to this that we should read, or just lore that and backstory on any of the characters. I'd love to know more about Isaiah if he's in the comics.
He was an interesting character. Just
He
in
really
general.
was. I loved his little scene, and I want more of him, you know? I hope he comes back. Let us know all that in the comments below, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell, share this video with somebody that you know. We will see you in the next one.
Peace.